Hello?
Willie, congratulations. It's the media in Sacramento. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Were you surprised that the Kings called your name? How did you feel when it was Sac calling your name?
Just relieved. To finally have a home, and it's just a blessing and a dream come true. That was God's plan to have me there. So I'm happy about it.
And you said while you were here that you could play with DeMarcus, and Coach Carl indicated that would be the case. How do you feel about that, and how hopeful you are that will be the case here in Sacramento?
I mean, it's going to be good. I mean, if DeMarcus does decide to stay, I think that the lineups and the matchups that we can do are just mind-blowing. I mean, they're over the top. You can put a lot of different lineups together and change the aspects of the games and change, the energies of the game.
Have you talked to DeMarcus yet, Willie?
I haven't had a chance to talk to really anybody yet, so I haven't. I'm excited to, when I'm done with all the media and stuff, that I could, get a chance to talk to people.
What about Vlade? Have you had a chance to chat with him and what he wants out of you?
Not per se on that type of level. Just the stuff that got me there. I mean, this is the stuff that they drafted you for, and to be there and to do the stuff that that you can do, and then to build off of it.
When you worked out here, Willie, what type of feedback did you get from these guys when you were here?
All good things, all positive things. I had a really good workout there. I enjoyed it. I like the city a lot. I'm excited to to pack up my stuff and move out there and start my journey.
Willie, how confident were you that Sacramento would be the place that you ended up?
I didn't look at it. I didn't even think about it. I've really just been living in the moment the last couple days. Is whoever picked me, and that was God's plan to pick me. And I'm happy that it was Sacramento, and they see something in me that they like, and I appreciate that to the highest level. And I could do nothing but control two things, and that's my attitude and my effort. So that's what I'm rolling with.
Were you surprised by all the talk about injuries getting close to the draft, or do you think that's all positive?
No, I prepared for that. Me and my agent, prepared for that. I went to, the best foot doctor in the country, weeks before, they got put out. So teams had, the background to go, talk to, one of the best foot doctors in the country. So, and I know that there's nothing wrong with it. I think it got put out there for, a publicity standpoint and to make me move down in the draft.
Willie, you caught 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns when you played football in high school. Is that just something you were just doing for a hobby on the off season, or something to get you prepared to play basketball during the basketball season?
It was just something to keep me competitive and keep me out of trouble, and I was good at it. I played 4 sports in high school, and it was just something to keep me motivated in school and stuff like that. And I just happened to be really good at it. I never, was going to pursue it in college or anything like that. But now it's cool to look at it like, I've only really played 3 years of, only basketball. So it's just cool to really see, what's going to happen, because now I get to focus, solely on basketball.
And what were the other 2 sports that you played?
I played baseball and track.
Willie, the top 5 was going through, and it came right before it came to 6. Were you surprised with the way the draft was kind of taking shape?
I was a little surprised by the first, couple picks, but after that, after I got picked, I didn't care. Besides, my teammates, that's the only, really thing I cared about.
Well, you look at having played with Carl this year and having to play kind of in a too-big type situation. Did that help you at all prepare for going to the league and what you might have to do for playing with another center?
Absolutely. I mean, my freshman year, me and Nerlens Noel played together. And then, sophomore year, me and Julius played together. So, me and Carl playing together was just, icing on the cake.
When people talk about your defensive game so much, how would you assess where you are as an offensive player and what areas you need to work on most?
Honestly, it's a lot to do with the situation. In college, I had Karl Anthony Towns, I had Devin Booker, I had the Twins. I maybe shot the most shots I took a game was 8. I could have went to a different school and took 20 shots a game, and we wouldn't be talking about my offensive game. And I think with the NBA, the way it's spread out, it fits in right into the way I play, which is trying to use my speed and quickness on dudes that are guard me on the other side.
Have you played with DeMarcus in the off season?
I played with him in pickup before, and
at the University of Kentucky.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself as a power forward or center in the league?
Definitely a power forward.
Had he mentioned when you'll be here in Sacramento in the next couple days or so?
I haven't got word that. I'm sure my agent will know, but I've been on this media circuit, so I really have no idea what's going on. I'm ready to get out there as soon as possible, though.
So, of them 14 touchdown passes, were those 14 lobs?
Oh, you caught 14 touchdowns.
You said what?
Of those 14 touchdown catches, were those 14 lobs?
Oh no, those were all slants.
Okay.
Those were all slants and hitches. I think maybe 3 of them were off fades. The other ones were off slants and hitches and little out routes. I was just cutting up on people.
Uh-huh.
What was your longest touchdown catch?
I think 80 yards.
Willie,
off a 20-yard throw.
Willie, Coach Carl talked about one of the biggest needs being for a defensive attitude player that he could sick on a star. How do you feel you measure up to that role or match up to that role?
I love the idea of that role. That's what gets me. That's what drives me is that plays right into what I like to do. I take a tremendous amount of pride on defense. So if I'm supposed to be a defensive stopper and I have to guard the best player on the team, that's my role. Then that's what it is. And that's what I accept that role. I'm excited to get going on that.
Willie, after your name was called to Sacramento, what kind of, if any, conversations did you have with Coach Calipari about the way he feels you could be here in Sacramento?
Just the normal stuff. I mean, he's just excited. He thinks I fit in perfect to the team and the organization. They have a structure there for me that's going to allow me to strive and become an all-star in the league.
Is this a situation where it still was surprising in any way to see your name called as high as it was?
No. Honestly, I think I could have been, higher. Coming in at 6 was cool. I mean, that's I never thought growing up that I would be the number 6 pick in the draft, but as a personal standpoint, I could have went higher. The guys ahead of me, kudos to them, but I feel like I'm on their level or better.
Willie, cultural question. At Kentucky, you, like everyone, had to sacrifice minutes and numbers, and he projects them out efficiency-wise to NBA people. Is that something you feel you bring to the table as far as cohesion, culture, unselfishness, things like that? Do you think that carries over from your college experience to here?
It definitely carries over because, one, at Kentucky, we run a program. Like Coach Cal runs his program like the league, and that's why the dudes that come into the league, that's why we're prepared for that. That's why they strive in the league because they have to. You're taking all this talent, which is just like the league. You're taking multiple talented guys, and you're telling them to go on the team and become a team and for one common goal, and that's to win a championship. And that's exactly what we did at Kentucky, and that's why we strive there, is because we all sacrificed, for the greater good, and that was to win to win as many games as possible to win the championship. We came up short, but we still went 38-0 or 38-1 and end up in the Final Four, and that's what it's all about, is that cohesiveness to come together. Like if you can do that, if teams can do that, then you're going to be good.
Say, Willie, they want to know which number you want on your jersey.
Since Boogie got 15, I have to try to figure out which ones I have. Like, I thought about 0, 0, 0, 3, 5, like 1, like any of those.
Can you pick one right about now?
You said what?
Can you pick one right about now? They're asking if they're going to have your jersey number when you get here.
Well, whoever doesn't have the numbers I just chose, those are the ones I'm going to go with.
And Willie, how about Coach Carl? Did you have an opportunity to chat with him when you worked out here? And what?
I talked to him a little bit, and I get a good vibe off him. He wants to play, transition basketball, which is right up my alley, and he prides himself on defenses, which is, what I'm about. So, I think me and Coach, is going to get along very well.
Willie, are you weary at all coming to a team though that people are saying there's inner turmoil, or the coach and the DeMarcus are at odds at all? Front office, coach not really getting along.
I'm not worried about it. They're gonna work it out. Whatever happens, it happens. I have no control over that. Like, the only thing I can control is my attitude and my effort towards the team and the organization. And whatever beef they got, that's on them. So I can't really speak on it.
What excites you most about the possibility of playing with DeMarcus, especially on the floor where do you guys complement each other well? Do you offset each other well?
We definitely complement each other. I'm more finesse game, and he's a power game with finesse, which is cool. And I can learn from him. So that's what I'm really most excited about. Is that I can learn a lot from him, and it's just it's a good look. I could guards that he doesn't have to guard, and that's big. He can work on the stuff that he's got to work on without having to expend himself. Having
been with someone like Karl Towns last year and Nerlens Noel before that, does he compare anywhere compared to what those two guys do?
A lot to what Karl does. They kind of play a little similar. Boogie is real versatile. He can handle the rock. He can shoot the rock. He likes going in. Powering in the lane and being physical, and that's Karl is the same way.
Willie, with all of these one and dones going through Kentucky, what is being a junior? What does that help you at the next level, walking into an NBA career?
You just get it. Like what it takes. I'm blessed to know a lot of guys that came through Kentucky that's successful in the league, and to have them kind of mentor you through the way and tell you, how to be great and how to, put an impact on the league and put your mark on the league, and that's through hard work and staying the course and being dedicated. And if you get that, then you're going to be good.
Willie, this team has been so bad defensively the last 8-10 years. Just from your perspective, what does it take for a team to be a good defensive team, and how do you fit into that?
Everybody on the same page and everybody wanting to do it. If we all come together, we're all athletes. That's what the thing is. We're all athletes. We're all able to learn rapidly. So if we all come together as a team and as brothers and really care each other for as brothers and want to do it, then that's what's going to happen. We're going to do it. But if we don't come together as a team and we're playing for ourselves, then this is what it's going to look like. It's going to look like trash. It's not going to be. People are going to be able to tell that it's not cohesive like that.
Playing on such a national stage, and then even going through this process, you've had so many eyes on you. What's the biggest misconception about you that you want people to know just isn't true?
My love for the game. I think the biggest one is people think, that I don't have love for the game and that I'm not a focused person, but that's not true at all. I just have a different way of being focused and staying true to my game and true to who I am. So that's the biggest thing I could say is, I'm never 50%. If I'm doing something, I'm doing it 100%. And that's why that misperception is out there. Because if I'm doing something with art or music, I'm doing it 100%. If I'm doing something with basketball, I'm doing it 100%. If I'm doing anything, and if I'm in the community, I'm doing it 100%. Like, I'm never half in.
Willie, how would you describe your relationship with DeMarcus?
Just from a person that's get to watch that. I mean, I've watched him, in the league. I've watched him at Kentucky. He's came back to Kentucky and played with us. It's kind of just, he's a big brother. He's a mentor. To have that possibility of playing with him is big.
Willie, have you noticed any similarities between the Sacramento market and Kentucky? Just those fans are over the top, and the Kings are the only game in town here in Sac. Any similarities, or is it too early to tell?
No, there's definitely similarities. I can already tell before I was even getting drafted. You know, when I was there, the fans was like, "Man, we want you. We're gonna get you. I know we're gonna get you." And it's just like, I love that. I love the fact that I'm leaving one passionate place and going to another passionate place because I really do feed off my fans, and I love passionate fans. It makes the game a lot easier to play.
What can the fans expect out of you?
High energy, bringing a lot of like spunk to the game. I'm a person that plays for the fans. I want to put on for the city. That's my whole motive.
So what do people call you? Are they going to call you Willie Cauley-Stein or Willie Cauley-Stein?
Willie Trill.
Were you a little disappointed that Adam Silver didn't call you that?
You said what?
Were you a little disappointed that Adam Silver didn't announce it like that?
Nah, it's not a big deal, but that's the name now.
Okay, Willie, thank you very much. We'll see you in a few days then, right?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey, once again, what's that number? 0, 3, and 5?
0,
Double
0, 0, 0, 3 or 5.
Yep. Thanks, Willie.
Thank you.
Thank you.